it's Tracy coming to you live from Golden Dog Adventure Company headquarters. I hope you're having a great day. This is the time of year roughly when we come to you live to reveal what kind of great stuff we've come up with for the year based on survey feedback, based on research, and just all the fun that we had the prior year. So I'm here to roll out that for you tonight. We'll go through a bunch of things and answer questions if you have them, and just let you know what we're planning on doing in 2025. So let's jump into it. So we've got a number of things I want to talk to you about tonight. We'll go through them. It shouldn't take too long. We'll hop through it here. First off, we are going to start off with some 2024 highlights. Some great stuff we did last year. So one of the things that we're most proud of is the fact that we surpassed $50,000 raised and donated to our charitable partners, specifically in 2024. And that is since the program started in 2019. And we are grateful to our members, partners, team, and community for helping us to reach that goal. So we had a couple key things that happened last year. We were involved with the gala that Mary's Dogs had. It was their first big fundraiser in the spring. And we also got involved with NHSPCA and their shelter slumber party. That was a lot of fun. There's a picture there of me bunking with Ella in her kennel overnight. For 24 hours. She did actually finally get donated. She got adopted. It took about 4 to 5 weeks, but she did get adopted, and we were able to raise around $2,500 with your help. So that was wonderful. And then above that, we partnered with David Rosenfeld, who is an author. He lives in Maine. And we also partnered with the mall at Fox Run, who generously opened up a good bit of space for us and allowed partners to come in and have some great events. People came in, they paid a ticket price. All of that money was donated back to the charitable partners. So it really was a fantastic year for fun events and giving back to our charities. We also, at the beginning of last year, we held our first ever listening sessions and dog trainer panel discussion on training methodologies. And that really was a great opportunity to hear from members of our community on their dog training journeys, what methodologies they subscribe to, questions they had, and just talk in a positive, safe, and constructive environment. So I'm grateful to all of you who joined us for those listening sessions, and then to my to our dog training partners who joined us at the panel discussion after the listening sessions to answer the questions that came up as a part of those listening sessions. So last year, we also did have the 2024 Doggy Olympics. It was held in collaboration with 19 partners. And we had events all over, a good portion of New Hampshire, from Laconia all the way down to Hooksett. We've got a couple pictures here. We have Cody and Jamie. Cody received the Lifetime Achievement Award here. He was working on some canine fitness here. Such a cute picture. And then Rocky, who you see on the right there, is adorned with all of his medals, and he was the gold medal winner. So it was just so much fun to see everybody participate, have a great time, and so really appreciate all the work that our partners put in. It is a lot of work to pull off the Olympics. Thank goodness it's only every 4 years. So much detail goes into it, logistics, safety planning, and we absolutely could not have done it without our partners. So we are grateful to them. And an extra thanks to Wolf Meow, who was our Gold Bone sponsor. The extra money they donated to us to help us pull this off just helped to make it even more special this year. So we're really grateful to all of their help making it happen again in 2024. Also last year, we added a new mental health support group to our online offerings. It is now called the Health and Wellness Support Group. That is rolling out again this year, and we'll have a little bit more information on that later in the program here. Also, we continue to post dog-friendly trail and business reviews. You can find us at Dog Friendly NH Reviews. There is also a section of our blog with trail reviews that go into detail about safety as it relates to especially having a reactive dog. So we put some ratings on there. We talk about width of trails. We talk about difficulty of the trails. So just trying to give you as much information as possible. So if you do decide to go out there and hike it, or you want to take your reactive dog and you want to know if it's safe, we're trying to provide more information about that. So in the survey, actually every year, we always hear everybody, a good portion of the people who participate in the survey say, I wish there were more events in my area. So what I thought I would do is put together from the last 2 years where events have been held so that you can see how much penetration we currently have in New Hampshire. So this is a breakdown here of the counties in New Hampshire. We were actually in Maine, Mass, and Vermont as well last year. So 4 states. Obviously, I don't have those states on here, but you can see we had 7 in York County, 7 in Essex County, and 1 in Windsor, Vermont. I don't know if that's actually Windsor County. I'd have to check that. But you can see here, primarily our penetration is in Rockingham and Stratford County, followed by Merrimack and Hillsborough. So that was 2024. And this does take into consideration that we had the Olympics, hence the reason the numbers are a bit higher, versus 2023, where you might remember it rained almost every weekend in the summer and our in-person events were greatly reduced. So that's why our numbers are lower. But you can see here that we are steadily progressing our expansion of different events in different counties, trying to get more into southern New Hampshire and closer to the Massachusetts border. So that continues to be our goal here as well as we move into 2025 programming. So let's talk to you a little bit about the survey feedback, and we appreciate everyone who took the time to give us your thoughts and ideas. So 92% of our members surveyed rated their satisfaction with our current programming as a 4 or 5. 92% of members surveyed rated their likeliness to refer a friend or family member also as a 4 or 5. 91% of members surveyed rated the overall fun and uniqueness of our events as a 4 or 5. And 100% of members surveyed rated the statement, Golden Dog cares about dogs and their people, as a 4 or 5. So again, we really, this is kind of the benchmark that we set every year to just know how we're doing as far as our programming, our focus on safety, inclusivity, welcoming events. So this feedback that you give us every year really is very vital. I think we've done surveys now for the past 4 years. And we really, really appreciate the time you take to go through and, tell us how you're feeling. So here were some community engagement trends that we saw in this year's survey. So members reported that the top 3 priorities for their dogs, as they see it going forward this year, are physical exercise, socialization with other dogs, and mental stimulation with fun and enriching activities. So, feedback like that helps to drive our programming for the year because we know where you want us to focus. Members primarily describe themselves as outdoor enthusiasts and busy professionals. And the top 4 most enjoyed activities in 2024 included group hikes, social gatherings, canine enrichment activities, and educational sessions and webinars, which is great to see the online education kind of going up the charts here because we've kind of struggled over the last couple of years to get some more awareness for that and build the quality to where it is making the top 4 list. So we do appreciate your feedback on that. So let's talk a little bit about our partners. We were lucky enough to welcome 3 new corporate partners in 2024, rounding us out with 9 corporate partners. And actually, I should say 2024 and early this year. So last year, Take 5 Dog Care joined us, NHSPCA joined us, and Playtime Pet Resort joined us. And then this year, Cornerstone VNA, their Pet Peace of Mind program, they joined us just early this year. So they're just onboarding now, and you will hear more about them in the coming months. But we're very grateful for these organizations that do so much for us, like offering us venue space, provide valuable feedback, and just kind of work with us on a 30,000-foot level. So, very grateful for all the support they show to our programming. Also, we introduced three new expert partners in 2024 to our wonderful family already of experts. We added Spicy Dogs Training, we added Canine Connections, and we added Odd Quad Photography. So the expert partners drive the majority of the education, our featured expert program, pop-up talks, official club adventures. So, they really allow us to have a very robust program because of the wonderful knowledge and credibility that we have of our expert team. So we're super glad to have everyone on board for this year. And then we also added technically three new charitable partners, two in 2024, and then again, Cornerstone VNA joined us this year. So NHSPCA joined the ranks here with Mary's Dogs. We also welcomed Old Dogs Go to Helen. And then again, Cornerstone VNA Pet Peace of Mind. So basically, when I say charitable partners, what that means is these are the partners that the majority of the funds that we raise every year will go to. We have a very concerted effort because over the years, what we've found is that when we align ourselves with specific partners and help to move the needle for them every year by creating awareness and raising funds for their mission, it has a bigger impact than, picking what we used to do in the beginning is we'd have, one partner for the first quarter and another charitable partner for the second quarter and another one for the third quarter. And it just wasn't as impactful as it is now. So we're really excited to work with these four companies and make a difference in their goals and creating awareness of all the great stuff they do. So just some additional ways how you can support our partners too, because they're always fundraising, of course. So a couple things going on here. We've got Mary's Dogs has their second fundraising gala this spring called Mission Possible. That is on March 29th in Newmarket, and you can learn all about that at marysdogs.org. Old Dogs Go to Helen doesn't currently have any events listed, but they are always accepting donations. And you can always learn more on their Facebook page about the fundraising that they're doing to support the different dogs' needs as they come into their care. NHSPCA has the shelter slumber party coming up again here on April 5th. That is a 24-hour event where you'd be helping to create awareness and do fundraising. If you are interested, you can always email me at wolf@goldendognh.com and I can connect you there. And then cornerstonevna.org, you can find information on ways to give on the Pet Peace of Mind program. And it just gives you a great opportunity to learn more about these wonderful charitable partners and all the great work that they do. Let's talk a little bit about our membership. So there's been a few changes to what we offer and how we offer it. So a couple different things that we rolled out in 2024 is, in addition to our annual membership, we also now have a monthly membership. And we also have what's called a +1 add-on. So basically, if you are a member and you're purchasing at the current annual rate and you want to add a friend or a family member, you can do so at a much lower rate to have that person come on with you. And they have all the same benefits that you do as a member. It's just, it's kind of like a buddy system way that we can extend it to someone that you feel you would want to have come with you on your outings. Now, granted, they don't have to come with you. You don't have to go with them. It's completely separate memberships, but it's just an add-on perk that we're finding that people are purchasing for partners, purchasing for their parents, which has been great to see too. Mother and daughter coming out, or partners coming out and just enjoying the adventures together. So our not much has changed from the benefits that we offer currently. There are a couple key things. So first off, and you'll learn a little bit more about the playground here later on in the program, but we do offer now our members a discount off the hourly rate at our playground, which is hosted by Sniff Spot. And the support groups, last year, I think last year was the third year we had the reactive dog support group. Each year, there has been an additional fee associated with that. The reactive dog support group now is complimentary for members. So, one of the things that we saw in the survey is that you wanted more reactive dog resources and programs, and so this is one way where we can give back at a savings and wrap that into your membership. So that is free. And then all of the other discounts that you're used to getting, as well as the first access to tickets. So lots of good stuff. And we're always coming up with new fun things to add there based on your feedback. So every year you see something a little bit different. This year, about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks ago, we rolled out Project Yearbook, which is a collaboration with our professional, pet photographers. And it is actually just that. It is a yearbook. If you remember back when you were in high school or college, having a yearbook that showed your friends, showed all the fun activities that you were involved in, extracurriculars, just, a great way to remember all the fun stuff that your dog and you had over the year. So this is a new project that we're starting, and we will be rolling this out annually. But basically, a year-long celebration of the bond between dogs and their guardians, capturing special moments, portraits, and candid memories from Golden Dog Adventure Company events, theme sessions with our pet photographer partners, and culminating in that keepsake book, as I mentioned. And there's a number of different packages you can choose, or a la carte options. Here are some of the different things that you might choose as part of your menu. There's an early bird discount happening right now of 15%. That does end at the end of March, and we'll certainly be sending out reminders. And then if you are a Golden Dog Club member as well, you do get an additional 15% off that. And there is a installment plan option too if you want to spread out the payments. But you can learn more about that program at goldendognh.com/yearbook. And we will also be sending out reminders with more information. We've got a whole year planned with all kinds of fun contests and a end of the year celebration as we pass out the yearbooks, and some different contests associated with some of the different portions of the yearbook that we're going to be running. So I'm looking forward to getting feedback from everyone this year on this new project. So the playground, for anybody who is not familiar, we rolled this out a couple of years ago. If you're not familiar with the concept of Sniff Spot, it's basically where people rent out their backyards. And we have a little over 5 acres here. 1 acre of it is completely fenced in for dogs to come and play. It is a great opportunity for reactive dogs who might be uncomfortable in normal public areas to come and just be a dog and do all the fun things that they enjoy in a safe environment where their handler can just relax and know that they are in an environment that's welcoming and inclusive, and has taken their needs into consideration so that they can just have fun. So there's a couple different pictures here of all the fun things that dogs have been doing, all the great pictures we've received from people who visit. And of course, it's just as fun in winter too. There is quite a bit of snow out there now. And what's nice is Ray has gone and snow-blown paths throughout. So even though the snowbanks might be over where your dog can see, they can wander all around the trails. There's a snowshoe path in the woods. They can jump through the snow because it's soft. All the toys are out there. So just lots of fun things to be able to do at the playground, just offering different options. And you'll see this later on too. We offer doggy socials, which actually are held at the playground. It's another opportunity where we provide some fun exposure in a controlled environment, off leash, and the dogs, get some observation time, and people get to learn a little bit more about their dogs and their comfort level in and amongst a pack of dogs. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our education too, which again was on that list as one of the top 4 things that members appreciated last year. So again, this year we will roll out our 2025 Featured Expert Program. That is when our expert partners align with us for a month of programming as it relates to specific topics. So, for instance, in March, you can see here we've got No Monkey Business Dog Training as our partner. That's Helen St. Pierre. We will have a really strong focus on senior dogs and senior dog care, health and wellness for that month with some fun events surrounding that as well. And all of the March events are posted on our website at goldendognh.com, and I am slowly migrating them over to Facebook as well. So then you can see April will have you and your dog training and services. May will have misbehavior training. June will have red pony dog training. July will be Barrington Barks and behavior. September will have Jody Crotty, soul level animal communicator. October will have positive pet, and November will have spicy dogs. So lots of great education and learning that will be happening again this year. So additional online events that we offer, pop-up talks, which are primarily run by the featured experts that you just saw there. They happen around a different theme for each month. We have online special presentations. We have Ask the Expert, which is a program that happens at the end of the month with the featured expert, where our members can get together and ask them specific questions, either as it relates to the learning for that month or as it relates to any questions they have. So, for instance, Helen coming in talking about senior dogs in March. But when we have the Ask the Expert session, people can ask their questions about the senior dog education that we had. But if they have other questions as it relates to dog training, they're welcome to ask it in that session as well. And we're really grateful to our experts taking that time to talk with members, answer questions, because their time is extremely valuable, and their services, they charge a premium for their services, rightly so, because of the expertise that they have. But they graciously donate that bit of time in the Ask the Expert session to answer questions, and we really appreciate that. Ask the Veterinarian is coming back with Dr. Lisa Boyer, and we've got a great year lined up with all kinds of different themes and ideas and topics. Dr. Boyer and I were brainstorming a little over a week ago. We've got a great lineup for the whole year, so I'm very excited about what we're going to be rolling out. Lunch and Learn are primarily live broadcasts similar to this that pop up in the Facebook group and on YouTube. They last about 20 minutes, sometimes a little bit more. Usually they're on a Friday at around 12. Live broadcasts, again, like this. If we've got something to announce to you, we'll just come to you live in Facebook and on YouTube. Our member orientation is held monthly. Our lead adventure guide, Kate Sullivan, runs those in our Zoom room where members, current and new, can ask questions about their benefits, learn about what is happening new with the club. She goes through all of the different resources and tools, so you get to learn about everything, and it's just a very helpful orientation. And then finally, our member Zoom holiday party, which happens every year in February. It's just a lot of fun for all of the members who want to get together to have just a fun opportunity to decompress, do some holiday trivia, win some prizes. It's just a lot of fun. I really look forward to that every year. So there's some online stuff we'll be doing again this year. And then our support groups, we'll talk a little bit more about that in detail. So as I mentioned, we do have the Health and Wellness Support Group, which was formerly the Mental Health Support Group. And it will run again this year from March through December. Each session will be 90 minutes. This is free for club members. We'll have activities to complete, readings, we'll share stories, give and get support. And this was something that was kicked off last year based on feedback from one of our members. And it really did turn out to be very valuable. The feedback at the end of the year from participants was very thoughtful and very caring. And we realized that this is just something that people need, especially with the world changing so much. We just kind of need a check-in with each other as it relates to ourselves and as it relates to our pets. So we'll continue this program in 2025. And then our Reactive Dog Support Group, as I mentioned, is coming back as well. It is now included with your Golden Dog Club membership. You don't have to be a member to join us. It's just an additional fee, but you are absolutely welcome to join us. These will run March through November this year. They will also be 90-minute sessions. In most of the months, we will have our expert dog trainers join us as it relates to their featured expert month. Again, free for club members, activities to complete, readings, share stories, give and get support. And when you go to see the posting on our calendar, you'll actually see what activities we have that we'll be discussing that month. There might be podcasts to listen to, articles to read, or different activities maybe to do with your dog and observe and then report back. So each month that'll be posted so you can see if that is something you want to do. And you're by no means obligated to do the activities to participate in the support group. It is just a suggestion to do a deep dive into the learning. But again, I don't want that to be a barrier to entry. We'd rather have you come to the support group and not have done the activities versus not come at all. So keep that in mind if that's something you're thinking about. And just me as a support group leader, I've led many different groups online over the years. I'm also a graduate of Leadership New Hampshire. I also have a Creating Healthy Communities Leader Certificate from the Foundation for Healthy Communities, working in the pet industry for a while. I also have a Bachelor of Science from UNH. So I've got a lot of experience as it relates to what we're trying to do with these support groups. And I should mention too, I mean, the goal is to create a safe, supportive environment where you can come and share and cry and laugh or yell and scream if you want. I mean, that's what we're there to do, is support you with whatever it is that you need to work through on your journey to understanding your dog, your pet care, your pet's needs. I mean, you don't have to just have a dog. If you have a cat and you want to come to the mental health support group for pet care providers, absolutely. We just want to support you in your journey to navigating life with caring for your pets. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about reactive dogs. This was something else that came up in the survey feedback, is people wanted to see more reactive dog resources. And I was thinking to myself that maybe we just haven't done a good job of letting people know all the resources and procedures and policies that we've put into place to this point. So I was going to just roll that out as part of this too, just so those who might not be aware will know now. So our goal is to make space for dogs of all temperaments. And to this point, since we started the club back in 2018, we have been able to accomplish that. Some of the things that we do to make sure that all dogs and their handlers feel comfortable at our events is we have social ribbons that identify each dog and its kind of zone of comfort. We have different colored ribbons for different personalities. We create awareness of dogs in need of additional space. We call them dinos at our events, and that's through announcements and kind of pre-education, not only in the reminder that goes out to people prior to the event, but also at the event itself. We create awareness of the importance of basket muzzle training. You can see our little friend here, Nora, who is a reactive, anxious dog, is also basket muzzle trained, and it's for her comfort and for the comfort of people around her. But she has a wonderful handler and she does very well at the events. We work with our venue partners to set up visual blocks. So, for instance, we had a great event a couple of years ago. We were at a meadery in Pittsfield, and we were outside at tables kind of under an awning off the barn. I think we had about 30 people. And what we were able to do is we set up barrels and we had hay bales that provided visual blocks so that the handlers could sit and communicate with the other people, and the dogs could comfortably rest on the other side of the visual block. And it actually worked out very well. And we have wonderful venue partners who are willing to work with us to make these accommodations ahead of time. That's probably one of the reasons why our events are so successful with our venue partners, because we look at it not only from a human perspective, but from a reactive dog perspective. And again, this all goes back to feedback from our surveys and all of the wonderful advice we've received from our training partners over the years. So let's see. Resources from our dog training partners are always being shared and always available in our online video library. We have ongoing training for team members about dog body language and just preferences in training and preferences of the people who come to our events. We advocate and create awareness of protection for all dogs in the pack. We limit social greetings. We find reactive dog friendly trails. One of the things you'll see here too is our reactive dog comfort level chart. We go and we rate the different trails or businesses wherever it is we're going based on criteria of four different levels. And so that is on each event that we have, you will see a reactive dog rating that will give you the level. It will give you a link to this chart here so that you can remind yourself what the level means. And then it'll have a little bit more information about what we know about that venue, about that trail, whatnot. And if you are unsure after reading that if this is right for you, or if you've never been to one of our events and you just want to talk to me, it'll say right there, if you know, for more information, if this event is right for you, email us, and I'm happy to have a conversation with you and kind of go through your dog's individual needs so that we can make sure that it would be a comfortable environment for them and for you. All right. So what we also do is we rotate position within the pack. Like for instance, we know Nora is much more comfortable in the front. We know some of our members' dogs, like Obi, likes to be in the front. We know Juniper likes to be in the back. And sometimes they like to switch up their positions, and some people like to be in the middle. So we like to give those opportunities throughout the walk so that people can try different positions and see where their dog is most comfortable. And finally, the reactive dog support group, of course, is an ongoing resource that we offer as well. So we'll talk a little bit about our special events and retreats, what's coming up this year. So some stuff coming up in March. We are trying a new event called our Canine Sensory Experience. This will be at the Dog Agility and Cafe in Hooksett, New Hampshire, coming up next Saturday. And this is, you know, what we do here at the playground is a big focus on confidence building with dogs. We have a lot of different equipment and toys to aid in that. So one of the things that we're doing is some individual canine activities with you and your dog to help with trust, uh, aid you in observation and relationship building, the bonding experience with them. So it's the first time we're rolling this out. I'm really excited about it. We've got a great space, 1,800 square feet. At Dog Agility Cafe, that's all ours to use. We've got a backdoor entrance. We won't come into contact with anybody. And if you need to make a quick escape because your dog needs, you know, a little bit of a breathing room, you'll have that ability. So I'm really excited to try this out. We also, if this does well, we have a similar one we're going to run up in with our partner in Laconia at Canine Connection. So we're looking to take this on the road, if you will, and we hope this will be a nice option for those of you who are looking for some more confidence building. Coming back again this year, it looks like Gunstock is going to have enough snow. We've got our intro to skijoring happening on next Sunday, March 9th. That's in Guilford. And if you're not sure what skijoring is, it's kind of a fancy cross-country ski activity that you do with your dog pulling you. In theory, your dog pulls you. They have a special harness, and it's an interesting sport because, you know, you teach your dog not to pull, and then at this sport you teach them to pull. So it's a little confusing to the dogs, but they've got a great training program. This will be we missed last year because there wasn't enough snow. This will be the third year, but fourth year trying to work with them. But we've already got several people signed up, so I'm looking forward to running it again this year and hoping people have another great experience. Saturday, May 30th, our maple sugaring experience is back. It is the weekend after Maple Sugaring Weekend in New Hampshire. And it will be in partnership again with Dill Family Farm in Deerfield, New Hampshire. We did partner with them a couple years ago. They made fresh hot pancakes for us. We got real maple syrup on that, and there was all kinds of other wonderful goodies that they had there. We also had all kinds of special things for the dogs to taste. And what people did, it was just so cute because maple syrup in small quantities obviously is okay for dogs to have. So we got these little biscuits and a number of different little treats, and people would dip it in the little sample of maple syrup and then give it to their dogs. So the dogs got to taste the maple syrup as well. And then, of course, if you've ever been to a sugar house before, it is a sniffari of the biggest kind for both you and your dog. So we're looking to do that. We'll pair it with a hike. And our goal right now is to go to Northwood Meadows. Of course, if it snows again and the snow gets really deep, we'll have to figure something else out like we did last year. But that is our goal. This will be at the end of March. And then finally, coming back again, we did take a hiatus last year, but the fourth annual Doggy Easter egg hunt will be back in partnership with Muddy Road Brewery in New Durham, New Hampshire. We're very excited and grateful to them for giving us this opportunity to hold this on their land. They have 50 acres up in New Durham, and they partner with their neighbors next to them, giving access to 100 acres. We ran a wonderful member-only event there last year where we had access to their man-made swimming pond as well. It was so much fun. And then we had the whole brewery and pizza to ourselves. So I'm so grateful to them for opening this up to us again. They've just been a wonderful venue partner. And so here is a list of partners who have already signed up to be a part of this. I'm so excited. And the requests are still coming in. So I anticipate, based on the feedback from partners who want to be a part of this, that this will probably be the biggest event we've had, separate from Dover Dog Halloween, which we don't run anymore. But this will be the biggest event of any Doggy Easter egg hunt or the corn maze event that we've done, just because of the magnitude of partners that will be involved and the variety of all the fun stuff that you're going to be able to do. So keep an eye out for that. Tickets will be going on sale in the beginning of March for members first, and then they will be available to our general public. A couple other special events that are coming back this year and some new ones. We are partnering with an author. Her name is Linda Magoon. And this will be a program called Live Free and Hike. We will be hiking a local mountain. I think it will be Blue Job, just because it's one of our favorites and we know the mountain well. Or it might be a different one. But Linda has written a great book about hiking the 4,000 footers. And it's based on a journey that she did after divorce. It was just a journey that she had to go on, and that journey to healing was to hike the 4,000 footers. So we're going to be learning about her journey. We'll get a copy of her book. She will sign it. We'll hike the mountain. I'm hoping that this program might be something that we can continue with some other local authors as well. Stand-up paddleboarding will come back in the summer. I'm hoping to do the Bark Ranger program again. And of course, that really depends on the fate of the national park here in New Hampshire. There is only one, and that is St. Gaudens in Cornish. So I'm hoping we'll be able to get back there. We have negotiated 3 dog-friendly cruises this year with El Goran out of Hampton. So those dates are June 7th, August 17th, and October 4th. And just based on feedback last year, I think we should have run more because people were just so excited. It was such a fantastic event. They did such a great job for us, and it was just so well run. Dogs did so great, and everybody just really enjoyed the opportunity. So we'll do 3 this year instead of 2. And then, of course, our corn maze and Halloween party will be coming back. It will be the 5th annual, and that will happen on October 19th, again with Beach Hill Farm in Hopkinton, New Hampshire. We're doing some different retreats this year. Surprisingly, this was a big request in the survey feedback as well, which I actually just started rolling them out because I wanted to test it. But then when I got the survey feedback, I was like, okay, well, that's validating. So that was great. So we have the Inn on Golden Pond in Holderness one coming up May 2nd through the 4th. That one is currently sold out. It actually sold out in 48 hours. So I haven't put the tickets up yet, but I'm just creating awareness that the next one we will have with them will be in the fall. The dates are September 26th through the 28th. Members will have first access to those tickets before it does go on sale to the general public. We're bringing back a retreat we did with Nourish Body, Mind, and Soul in Stratford. That is a day-long retreat, and we did that 2 years ago. We'll bring that back. And Santosha at Hill Home Estate in Kingfield, Maine is an organization we've been talking about and looking to plan a spring 2026 event with them. So stay tuned for that as we start relationships with these venue partners and look for additional venue partners as well. All right, we are almost to the end here. Just to let you know some of the other adventures we do, and these are all pretty standard ones that we run every year. Our pop-up adventures, those are ones that usually happen on the weekend. Like, for instance, we have one coming We have a couple coming up in March. We've got our St. Patrick's Day celebration on the 16th, and we have our Bark Day Bash pup party. I don't remember how I worded it this year. Back at Benson, the old Animal Kingdom there in Hudson, and then we are going over to the new Pup and a Cup Cafe in Nashua for smoothies and yummies for humans and dogs after that. I've been looking to check out that cafe, reached out to them, and they're going to accommodate us that afternoon. So I'm really looking forward to get over there and see what they're all about. Pack adventures happen during the week, usually during the warm season. Just gives us a chance to get out there and enjoy more fresh air. Doggy socials, as I mentioned, here at the playground. Official club adventures are the ones we run one a month, and those are hosted by our featured expert, where there's a strong educational component combined with that. Member-only events, we run at least one a month, sometimes more, and as our membership grows, we will add more of those to the calendar. The one we have coming up in March is back at Joppa Hill Educational Farm. That was a fantastic place. Got great feedback from members. We'll have a bonfire again. We'll be able to see the animals. We'll have treats. We'll have drinks. So that will be a lot of fun. Small group hikes is exactly what it says. You know, groups of 6 people that go on a hike to different areas, just in a more intimate setting, making it more comfortable for dogs that need a little bit more space. And then community events are events that we might be at the NHSPCA Paws Walk, or we might be at the Run for the Dogs for Mary's Dogs, or we might put a free event on the calendar. We don't tend to do a lot of free events, only because when we've tested them in the past, people don't show up. So I hear that you're asking for them and you want them, but when we put them on the calendar, people don't show up. So I'm only going to try a couple times. And if we can't get people to try them out, then, we go back to the paid ones, because those are the ones that people come to. So we'd love to have a few other free events just to try to get people together and to see what it's about. And maybe we'll try again this year if it seems to be that we'll get some attendance. So those are some of the additional adventures there. And again, if you're interested in any of these, or you just want to see what's coming up, we always post 1 month at a time. Sometimes we post things further out for save the date, but we try to keep it manageable, because we give our members first access to tickets. So we don't want to do the whole year, and then, members, are kind of rushing to try to figure out which events that they want. That's why we do it in like 30-day blocks. So you'd go to our website and you would click on adventures, and that's where you can see all of the upcoming adventures. And so we've got some new fun spring stuff in our store as well. T-shirts, tanks, sweatshirts, hats, all in different bright colors, different sizes. So those are available. You can go to our online store at goldendognh.com as well. Golden Dog Club members do get a 15% off price, 15% off discount on the listed price as well. And that's it. We made it. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to chat them. If you're watching on the replay, you can certainly tag me, and I will get back to you. And you know how to reach me. Our email address is all over Facebook. It's all over our website. But woof, WOOF, at goldendognh.com. We love to hear from you. We love your feedback. We love your ideas. We always appreciate constructive criticism. If you are yelling and screaming at me, you will not hear back from me. But we love constructive criticism. We've learned a lot from our members and our community on how we can be better. So our door is always open for that type of feedback. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. I appreciate your time hanging out with me here on a Thursday night. And just a side note, if you are looking for something to do this weekend, we're going to be at the Boston Outdoor Expo. We are sharing a booth number E42 with Sandra McCarthy Photography. And I'll also be making a presentation on Saturday afternoon at the Hiking Hub on hiking safely with your dog. So we'd love to have you come by, check the place out. They're expecting around, this is going to be a COVID fest. I'm thinking it's going to be like 15 to 20,000 people. Maybe stay home, stay safe, and stay well. And if you don't see me over the next couple of weeks, it's because I have COVID. All right. So thanks again, guys. Have a great evening. Look forward to seeing you at an event in March. Take care.